Good afternoon, East Tipp Middle School. Welcome to another episode of East Tipp News Friday edition. I'm Emily Blachard.
And I'm Riley Bell.
In today's show, we'll take a look at a new club run by Mr. Hobaugh. We'll meet another new teacher this afternoon. We'll check in with the nerd herds of Lego League. We'll see how this year's 6th graders are adjusting to life at East Tipp. And we'll finish out with a preview of the upcoming season of boys basketball.
In our first segment today, we'll take a closer look at East Tipp's art club. Mr. Hobaugh started the club this fall, and the club has been pretty popular with East Tipp students. East Tipp News reporter Sophie Boyer has the story for us on art club.
Pencils, paper, markers, paint, pastels, and clay. What does this make you think of? Art. If you're looking for a place where you can express your inner creativity, Art Club is the place for you. You'll find this club in the art room every Wednesday after school until 5 p.m. It is supervised by Mr. Hobaugh. Don't worry if you're afraid you won't do well, it's all just for fun. You can hang out with your friends, eat snacks, and even bring art projects and supplies from home. You could learn how to make clay pinch pots, coil baskets, or even sand paintings. Hi, this is Sophie Boyer for the News Club, and today we're interviewing Caleb Bunch, who's in 7th grade, for Art Club. So Caleb, what are you working on right now?
The coil baskets. It's gray and green.
That's interesting. What are you looking forward to working on for the rest of the year?
I'm looking forward to working on chainmail once we get that out there, because he doesn't know how to do it yet.
And what's your favorite part about Art Club?
I really like just working with art, because I don't get a chance to do it at home.
Thanks, Caleb. Hi, this is Sophie Boyer with the News Club, and we're interviewing Hunter and Chloe for Art Club, and they're both in 6th grade. So, Hunter, what's your favorite part of Art Club?
Well, I just get to do art for like an hour and it's so cool.
Chloe, what's your favorite part?
Well, I love to draw and I always have, so it's just a lot of fun to just be able to draw.
Me too. I love Art Club. Hi, this is Sophie Boyer for the News Club, and I'm here interviewing Mr. Hobaugh for Art Club. Mr. Hobaugh, what kind of things can you do in Art Club?
Well, we have a lot of fun in Art Club. You can pretty much do whatever you want to do. If you want to draw, you can draw. If you want to paint, you can paint. If you want to do ceramics, you can do ceramics. We've got clay. We got some sand paintings going on, some coil baskets, whatever you want to do.
And I have some questions about the whole timing of Art Club. Can you still join?
Absolutely. You can join wherever you want. I take attendance just so I know who's all here. If you don't show up one week, that's fine. It's not required attendance, but we have about 25 to 28 kids every week.
Does it cost money to join?
It does not. You can join for free, but if you're going to use some materials, you have to pay for the materials you use, so you can bring in your own.
And when is Art Club?
It has been on Wednesdays and will be on Wednesdays through November, December. We're after school till 5, and then in January and February, because I coach wrestling, I may have to alter the schedule a little bit in January and February.
And how long is Art Club? What time is it in?
We're after school until 5 o'clock.
And why did you decide to start Art?
To try to give the kids that really enjoy art a little bit more time in art instead of the 45 minutes a day they get one semester a year.
Thanks, Mr. Hobaugh.
You're welcome.
This is Sophie Boyer from the News Club signing off.
Next up, it's time to meet a new teacher. Mr. Henson is teaching health here at East Tipp for the first time, and our reporters Megan Pullins and Riley Metrolucis wanted to find out what he's like. Here comes this week's teacher feature.
Megan.
I'm Riley.
And we're here with East Tipp News Club teacher feature, Mr. Henson.
Hello.
How do you like East Tipp?
I like East Tipp a lot. Everyone here has been very welcoming. I've liked my experience so far.
How long have you been a health teacher?
This is my first year as a health teacher.
Have you always been interested in health?
I've always been interested in health. It's a part of your everyday life, so it affects everything you do and everybody. So I've always been interested in health, and I've started being interested in health, especially with my sports background.
Did you always want to be a health teacher?
I'd always thought about being a teacher. I started out when I was younger. I started out as doing athletic training, which kind of has to do with health. And as I transferred schools, I became a health teacher, switched over to do health.
What made you want to do health?
Again, it's a part of your everyday life. I started also, I wanted to coach football. I played football for a long time. I wanted to coach sports, and that went along with it as well.
Do you teach at any other schools?
I do not teach any other schools right now. Sometimes I do substitute teach at other schools, but this is my only full-time or actual job that I'm at every day.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Riley Metrolyses,
And I'm Megan Pollins.
and this has been East Tip News Team sign out.
If you asked an average student to perform a robot to do a job, the response would probably be comical. However, this is not true for East Tip's LEGO League team. Mr. Springs and Ms. B have been working with 4 teams of students to perform for this year's competition. Next, we'll check in with Kathleen Loftus for the scoop on LEGO League.
Legos, Mountain Dew, raised voices. Must be LEGO League. In this epic clip, you will discover the essence of LEGO League. Run by Mr. Springs and Miss Booby, 39 members are organized into 4 teams. These LEGO Leaguers are preparing to compete at regionals, November 18th in the Purdue Armory. The 4 teams consist of a 6th grade team, 7th, 8th, and girls team. If these teams do well at regionals, they will go on to state, ensuring more Legos, Mountain Dew, and yes, raised voices.
Okay, so I'm Jacob Schwartz with 2 members of the 7th grade LEGO League team, John Hillary and Joseph Walpe. So with your LEGO League season so far, what's been your favorite part?
My favorite part is making the programs and seeing how they work.
My favorite part is just how fun and interesting it is to do all the programming.
I'm Jacob Schwartz with 2 of the 6th grade LEGO League team members, Matthew Beeler and William Uglow. So what do you enjoy most about LEGO League?
Well, I like how you can drink Mountain Dew and have nutty bars, and it's neat getting to see all of the things that these robots can do.
I'm a researcher, so that's kind of fun doing that, but sometimes I just like watching the robot because it's cool how it can do all the stuff that we ask it to do.
I'm Jacob Schwartz here with 2 of the 8th grade LEGO League team members, Kyle Howells and Jackson Barnes. And I'm just wondering what your favorite part of LEGO League is.
Well, I mean, just to be here working on the robot, make it do things on the board. It's really fun, and to work with other people on the presentation and robot. It's fun.
Well, I'd say my favorite part of LEGO League is just getting time to spend with friends, doing work and really getting it's kind of a bonding moment, really, and the camaraderie that's in there is really fun to be around.
Okay, I'm Jacob Schwartz with 2 of the girls LEGO League team members, Sarah Welsh and Caitlin Hillary. And what do you enjoy most about LEGO League?
Well, I think it's fun to program a robot, and they're really mathematical, so it's fun to do something that I enjoy.
Yeah, it's just really fun. I enjoy building a robot and programming.
I'm Jacob Schwartz with the 2 LEGO League teachers, Mr. Springs and Miss B. So what do the kids do at a typical LEGO League practice?
Well, the first thing we do is drink Mountain Dew and eat nutty bars. That's the #1 priority.
We need energy.
The second thing is we actually build and program an autonomous robot to complete between 15 and 25 tasks on a board.
We also have to work on research because that's 25% of the presentation as well.
What is the theme of this year's LEGO League competition?
Senior Solutions.
We're focusing this year on problems that senior citizens face, whether it's health, whether it's mobility, anything at all that seniors might need help with.
Not that we would know anything about that.
I certainly wouldn't.
This has been Kathleen Loftus from the East Tip News team, signing off.
Coming to East Tip from Hershey can be challenging for some students. Our news team wanted to find out how this year's crop of sixth graders is handling the adjustment. Riley Metrolucis and Megan Pullins have the story on sixth grade life, coming up next.
Sixth grade is all about change, changing from Hershey to East Tip, changing from having one teacher to multiple teachers, changing from small classes to large ones. 7th and 8th graders remember what it was like, and 6th graders are experiencing it firsthand. In this story, we are taking a look at what it's like to make a change. We'll talk to the current 6th graders at East Tip, and we'll find out how they are adjusting to the change. I had a chance to talk to some of our students and get their thoughts on what life as a 6th grader. Let's see what they have to say. I'm Megan.
And I'm Riley.
And we're here with Carson and Jose, and they're 6th graders. So, do you like having locker?
No.
Why not?
Because it's like messy and stuff. And
Do
you
you
have
like
to
having
like
locker?
keep track of everything.
Do you like having a locker?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I gotta keep all my stuff and I know where they are.
Okay, do you prefer 5th or 6th grade so far?
6th.
Why?
I gotta walk around by myself and I don't get in trouble when I talk in hallways.
Riley. 5th. Riley.
Why?
Because like, you don't like, okay, so if you're like late or something, then the teachers are just like, oh yeah, whatever. And then like, if you're late here, they're like, let me sign your pass. Which we did that in elementary school too, but still.
So what's your guys' favorite class?
English, science.
Health and English.
Why?
Because Mrs. Dunlop's a nice teacher. We get to do science experiments.
I get extra nicknames.
Do you guys like having lockers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why?
I think it's easier to organize your stuff. You have more room to put your stuff into.
Yeah. And you actually get to close your locker so no one can steal your stuff. Do you prefer 5th grade or 6th grade more?
6th.
6th.
We're here with the 6th graders, and they are
Wyatt. Bryce.
Abigail. Sam.
So, do you guys like having lockers?
Yes.
Why?
You're more organized. Can't steal your phone.
It's fun. They're easy to open for me. Do you prefer 5th grade or 6th grade?
6th grade. 6th grade.
6th.
So, what's your guys' favorite class?
Dunlop. I'm gonna have to go with English. This is Dunlop.
X. English.
Why?
She's a nice teacher.
Yeah. She's fun. She's really nice.
For your East Tip News team, this has been Megan Pullins signing off.
In our final feature today, we'll get ready to shoot some hoops. Boys basketball season is underway, and our news team has the story for you. Basketball tryouts are wrapped up, the game of the first season is on the books, and our news staff wanted to get a look at this year's players. Let's go to Kayla Doyle for the story.
Good. I just used the same ones I used before.
Okay, that's fine.
There you go.
Boys basketball season is underway here at East Tip Middle School. Tryouts for basketball have recently wrapped up and the roster is finalized for this year's team. Coach Burkle will be leading the 7th grade team to victory this season while Coach Sondergraf will be running the show for the 8th grade players. Here are this season's teams. The 7th grade players are Drew Lane, Sam Goldsmith, Nate Stansberry, Logan Grimm, Alex Clausen, Dash Pearson, Benito Munoz, Joey Morrison, Carter Camp, Seth Yonker, Josh Rainey, Mark Fowler, Drew Davidson, Doug Sadler, and Jack Camilla. Here's your 8th grade roster. Kirby Hart, Neil Hart, Alec Hunley, Francisco Munoz, Adam Bernard, Jamie Cassad, Zach Fowler, Elliot Schindel, Bryce Carmichael, Tyler Razor, Connor Bridge, Justin Benfour, Kyle House, Brock Butler, and Wyatt Smith. The manager of the season will be Ashley Forteau. Our news team had a chance to talk with some of this year's players and coaches, getting their thoughts on the upcoming season. Let's take a look at those interviews.
So, Brock, favorite part about the basketball season?
The games, by far, and practices. Just everything's fun. I love basketball, so yeah.
Why are the games your favorite part?
So you get to compete against other teams, see who's better. And see, like, when you play Battleground in Klondike, you can see, because we're all going to go to high school together, you can see how everybody's doing and check how you're doing and see if you need to step up your game or not.
So, what do you think is the hardest part about playing basketball?
Well, I think the hardest part about playing basketball is probably the defensive part. Because honestly, it's really tough. If you're in the paint, trying to get a point, it's really hard defensive against somebody who's extremely physical and not to foul them. The general thing is when they're in the paint, don't foul them.
And what do you think the hardest part of basketball is?
You gotta get the basics down. Once you get the basics down, then you can do more like alley-oops and dunks.
Okay. What is your favorite thing about basketball?
Being a team sport.
I'm Kayla Doyle with Adam Bernard and Kirby Hart. So, how do you guys think this year's season will go?
Where do you want to go first?
Well, I think it'll go pretty good. We lost a player that could help us, but I think we'll be fine without him this year.
I think we're going to be pretty stellar. We have good players, and I think with our strategy and teamwork, we will get through the season just fine.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Lexi Gebhardt here with Coach Burkle. So, Coach Burkle, from the players you've seen this year, how do you think your season's going to go?
Well, so far we have our first game tonight, so it'll be interesting to see who our top players are, how the season will go. We'll hopefully develop the players the way we need to throughout the season.
And what exactly were you looking for in the tryouts?
We're looking for basically fundamental basketball, those kids that are that have developed those skills, and shooting, passing, dribbling, and then we've also looked at what their intensity level was in each practice, because they also had to show us what type of effort they wanted to put in each practice.
What do you think the hardest part about the season has been for your players?
I think the hardest part for a lot of them is getting back into condition, and some of them have played football, but it's different from basketball, so just kind of getting out on the floor and running and moving real quick.
Okay. What do you think the easiest part has been for those who played football transitioning into basketball?
I think they're used to being on a team and doing things together in practice, so they're ready to do drills and kind of focus on when it comes to practice time.
Okay. And how have you been doing in practice?
Our practices have actually been very intense. They're working very hard. Sometimes it's a struggle to make them learn that they like to play defense, but they're grabbing that aspect of it and doing a good job.
For your East Tipp News team, this has been Kayla Doyle signing off.
That's all for today, folks. We hope you enjoyed today's episode of East Tipp News, Friday edition. This has been Riley Bell
and Emily Blachard.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next week.